It's Monday, I'm Darren, this is 7 Awesome Lesbians. Loku decided to join the party. I am very sorry I was not here last week. I forgot it was Monday. I didn't get home until like 8, but I forgot it was Monday. Then Alana texted me and reminded me it was Monday. I was like, oh crap, I gotta make my video when I get home. And then when I got home, I had already forgotten that it was, in fact, Monday. So, I'm sorry, and I think that Pretty Little Liars needs to come back on, because that was always the reminder that it was Monday. So I'm like, it's Pretty Little Liars Day. Oh, it's Monday. So this week's topic was chosen by Sarah, and it is, what are your insecurities, like, what are you insecure about? How do you handle that and everything? I don't have the exact wording, because my laptop's still booting up, it's kind of slow. But the gist is insecurities. What I'm insecure about almost pretty much directly correlates with what I'm dysphoric about. Because I'm very insecure about my speaking voice a lot of the time, because it's really not very deep. I kind of consciously lower it when I'm talking sometimes, like right now. This is not the normal tone of my voice. The point is that it's higher than cis male voices in generally. And a lot of times I find that by appearance, people call me sir, but when they hear my voice, they tend towards ma'am or things like that, which is suckish, but it happens. Things to make me feel better about that insecurity is that it's not forever, because testosterone is in the near future. There are cis males with high voices. Voices higher than mine, even, normal speaking voice even. Yeah, and that's kind of what I say. Things is like my hips and my chest, obviously. Those are insecurity / dysphoric. Like, I find that goes hand in hand, insecurity and dysphoria. But yeah, there's really just, I mean, there's nothing I can do about my chest, so I try not to worry about it. And except for like wear certain types of shirts and things like that. And as for the hips, like, again, nothing to do about that right now. And it's really not as bad as it could be, so that's kind of how I handle it. Other things that you can do is like focus on something you like about yourself. Like, if you like your hair, then like, oh, I have nice hair, and distract yourself from whatever you're insecure about. And also, I think, like Sarah said, is like, you're not the only one with that. Like, I'm not the only trans guy on the planet with a high speaking voice, like, at all. I'm not the only trans guy on the planet with hips. Like, that's kind of like the thing. Like, you're not the only one with it. So, yeah. Oddly enough, I'm not very insecure about my height, because I'm only 5'4", maybe even a little bit under 5'4", and it's kind of suckish because both my dad and my brother are over 6 feet tall, and my mom is like 5'6", so I'm the shortest one in my family. Fun. I feel like the whole thing with like short guys, like not getting girls or not getting respect or not getting hired, like things like that, like not getting treated the same as taller guys. I think a lot of that's in short guys' head. I don't think like. Yeah, you're probably not going to become a basketball player if you're like 5'2", but there's really nothing you can do about it. But other than that, like, I don't think it's a big issue. I don't know where I was going with that. In this week is, what is a band that you listen to too much? So we're going to go through my most played list and see if there's a band that I listen to too much. So here's my top 25 most played list on my iPod. Number 1, Tegan and Sara. Number 2, Tegan and Sara. Number 3, Tegan and Sara. Number 4, Tegan and Sara. Number 5, Tegan and Sara. Number 7, Tegan and Sara. Number 8, Tegan and Sara. Number 9, Tegan and Sara. Number 10, Tegan and Sara. Number 11, Tegan and Sara. Number 12, Tegan and Sara. Number 13, Tegan and Sara. Number 14, Tegan and Sara. Number 16, Tegan and Sara. Number 17, Tegan and Sara. Number 18, Tegan and Sara. Number 19, Tegan and Sara. 21, Tegan and Sara. 22, Tegan and Sara. 23, Tegan and Sara. 24, Tegan and Sara. 25, yellow card. I may or may not listen to Tegan and Sara a lot. You know, I think that's debatable. I think it could be, I don't think that they, in actuality, really should take up 95% of my most played list. I think that it's because that I got a new iPod like a week before I discovered Tegan and Sara, so I think that has something to do with it, because like a week after I got the iPod, I listened to Tegan and Sara for like, that's all I listened to for like a year. Not even like a year, for like 8 months. Yeah, I'd say them. That's kind of it. I'm kind of bored with everything on my iPod now. Like, I haven't listened to them in like 6 months even. That's a lie. I listened to them yesterday, but like a lot, like constantly, in like 6 months or something. Like, more than like 2 songs even. But yeah, I need some new music, so let me know. Recommendations. That would be great. Speaking of music, Lady Gaga, Judas song thing, what are your guys' thoughts about that? Because my mom, she was like, that's an interesting song. Like, my mom, this is what my mom thinks about Lady Gaga. She thinks that Lady Gaga is on drugs and will be admitted into rehab at some point in the future, and it will become clear that drugs have fried her brain. I think that's a popular opinion, but I don't believe it, because I love Lady Gaga, and I don't think she's on drugs. Well, she might be on drugs, but I don't think she's like fried by drugs. I don't think drugs are the reason she's so weird. Why am I talking about Lady Gaga? Peace, love. I'll see you guys next Monday, for sure.